Notice that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Breeze. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Nick Chubb. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Ready, 53 front. Check, 53 front.
On the handoff, this is Howard. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
He can't hang. He's not getting sick. Pull it. Now. Kill. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 2.
On 3rd down. Bernard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. On play action, Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 52. Hey, here we go.
Throwing, Brissett. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On third down, Brissett. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Let's go. Let's do it. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Fifteen seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up first and 10.
0-2, 0-2.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
They don't want to keep playing on the fellas all day. Woo! Let's get it.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards on the ground. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Ready, 5-8, 5-8. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Breeze now. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike's 56.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And an alley to run. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Now it's Bird on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jets will take over first and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up first and 10.
It's just me and you.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Pushing tacklers aside. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Bernard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Emmanuel Agba there on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready. Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. We go. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Dances by him. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here I come. Rush in.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw, it's Breeze. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Ready. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
first and 10. Here's Breeze. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
To throw again on second down. Breeze throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Breeze now to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Hey, we got four. We got one.
On second and 11 now. Breeze. Then he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On third and long, it's Breeze. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back now in Foxborough. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready? 52, right 52. Watch the run. Watch the run. This side, baby. That's big side.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. He can't get him down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second down now, Bernard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New York. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Breeze. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
15, Mike, 15. Run.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ready? Let's go. Watch tight end. Tight right.
From midfield, here's Breeze. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
We got this.
To throw is Breeze. Got some real estate inside the 30. Caught right side at Snead. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Breeze. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Willie Snead, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Patriots are back within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
To throw, Brissett being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Landry now on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. They are in the 4th and Buffalo. The Bills, they are just continuing to pour it on. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Over. Hey, watch it.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
21. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Ain't no set.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jarvis Landry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Play action now. Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 48 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Jordan Howard in the final minute. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Now Breeze. They set up the screen to Chubb. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. It's complete to Snead. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Ready. You ready? Okay, double up. You kill. Ready,
Back to throw, Breeze. He finds McKinnon, complete.
Breeze pass. Complete to Jarrett McKinnon. Out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
Ready.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10.
Get ready. Check. 53
On first and 10, Brissett. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, New York.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bissett. He'll find Harry on the right side. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Brissett. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Jets, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to